Hi guys, it's Amy from A to Z Stamping.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Stampin' gift bag punch board. It's this right here. It's only $20 and it's really cool because the purpose of it is meant to make gift bags, 3 different sizes, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. But there's also a lot of other cool projects you can do with this, but I thought we'd start with the basic gift bag. The punch board itself is about 9 inches by 5 inches. It's lightweight, very portable, easy to move around. All right, if you look on here, it does give you directions, but I found them to be, well, once I made it, the bags, I find them easy to follow now, but at first I thought it was a little bit complicated. So let's start out with this. There's 3 sizes of bags. You see right here, there's an S, an M, and L, small, medium, and large. For a small bag, you need the paper to be 10 inches in width, for medium 11 inches, and for large 12 inches. It doesn't matter the length of your cardstock. That's totally up to you. You can make it any length you want. But this is for your card base. So 10 inches, 11 inches, or 12 inches. I'm going to demonstrate a small bag for you. So I have a piece of real red cardstock here, and it's cut at 10 inches long to make a small, and then my length is 7.5 inches. Now, whatever length you decide to go with, you're going to lose about 1.5 inches in your base. So if you decide to go with a 12-inch length, then your bag will actually be about 10.5 inches tall when it's done. All right, so the gift bag punch board comes with this stylus here to score, and you actually want to turn it this way. All right, so let me show you a few things that are important to know. Here's where you punch. Right here is your start line, and it says start line right here. All right, so you see that? Start line. This is the triangle. Right here it says side, and right here it says side 2. And then you, small, medium, or large, depends on the side of bag you're doing. So we're doing a small bag. The first thing I like to do is, right here it says horizontal. I like to do my horizontal scoring. So when you put your piece of paper in, remember the part you put in, this is actually going to be the bottom of your bag. So if you're using a piece of paper that has a pattern or something on it, you're going to want it, so if this is the way the paper goes, you're going to want to feed it in this way because this is the bottom of your bag. All right, so first thing I do is stick it in, and it's going to go in there and stop, and I'm just going to score it the top right here. It's actually the bottom of the bag, but for right now it's the top of our paper. So I'm just pushing it along, and I'm scoring it. Now, if you follow the directions written on the board, it's a little bit different than this, but I find this to be the easiest way. All right, so there. Now I scored along the whole, well, it was the top right here, but this is actually the bottom of our bag. So this is going to be our base. All right, so let's get started here. So the first thing I do is I'm going to line the edge of my paper up with the start line here. So right here's the start line. It's very easy to line it up. All right, I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to score it at small since I'm making a small bag right here. So I want you to think of this as this is going to be the front of our bag, then we're going to do a side, then we're going to do the back of our bag, and then a side. So if you think of it that way, it makes a lot more sense. So here's the front of our bag. All right, now I'm going to move this score line that I just made over to the start line. And right here, there's a little piece sticking out, so it's easy to line it up again. Make sure I'm flat against the back, all right? And I'm going to punch. Now, I'm going to score the triangle right here, because remember, this is our side. Right here says side, so I'm going to score where it says side, and I'm going to score right here where it says side 2. Okay. Now, again, my paper was cut at 7.5 inches. If your paper is longer than that, you're going to have to maybe pull out a scoring tool, and you're gonna have to score beyond, because this is about as far as this particular board goes. All right, so now I'm going to take this right here, what I did my side 2 line, and I'm gonna line that up with the start. Line that up right there. I'm gonna punch, and I'm gonna draw again where it says small. Okay, so see, I have my front of my bag, my side, and you see it's going to be gusseted. That's why the triangle. My back of my bag. Now I'm going to line this up again with the start line, and I need to make the other side of the bag. So I'm going to punch. I'm going to do my triangle. score side 2. Okay, and my last step is I'm going to line up this side 2 one more time with the start. Okay, and I'm going to punch one more time. All right, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. Now I like to, this little extra piece right here you don't need. So I just take my paper snips and at an angle, I just cut up like this right there. And I'm going to do the same at the bottom because I don't need this little, so I'm just making 2 triangles. So now it kind of looks like a file folder at the end there. See, it's scored a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to put my stylus away because I don't need that anymore. All right, now we need to punch our holes in our gift bag. Now, if you see here on the gift board punch, it shows you where your holes should be punched. So we're just going to follow along and do the same thing. All right, so let's start right here. And we want to match it so it looks just the same as this one. So our little tab's on this end now. So I just flipped the paper over. And I'm going to line it right up here. Now this says reverse punch. So I'm going to line it up with that first score line. And I'm going to punch. All right. Now I'm going to line it up right here with my, okay, so you have your first score line. Then we have our side. And it's a little bit hard to see. Here's my triangle. So this is where my gusset is going to be in my bag. So here, remember, so this is my front and my back, my front and my back, and you will be able to see your score lines really well, so don't worry about that. But I'm going to line it up right here, so I'm skipping the gusset line. I'm going to line it up right there. And if you look right here, it does show you where to line up to get your holes. So I'm lining up there, punch. Now I'm going to line up on both sides of my next side, and I'm going to punch. And I'm going to punch. And one more. I line it up with the edge. And punch. All right. There we go. Okay. So again, just follow these holes right here. So we did it along the very first score line. And you'll get one hole. That's this one right here. Then you line it up next to your first side. So that's your 1, 2, the third score line in. You light it up, punch these 2 holes. Then you go to your next score line, these 2 holes, skip the gusseted score line, go to the next one, these 2 holes, and then I lined the edge of my paper up right here for the last one and got that last hole. All right, so now as you can see, I've got, this is the bump, I call it the bumpy side, so my scoring is sticking up on this side, it goes in, so I like to fold that way. So I'm just going to use my hand. You can also use your bone folder and just kind of score. We just kind of want to score all of our score lines, so it's easier to kind of skip the side at first and get all these down. Get this little tab here. All right, and our ends. Okay. And now with these, with the sides, you just, I kind of like to wait a little bit until I start folding it because it kind of comes together on its own, but just ignore the little triangles for now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some adhesive. Now, if you're really worried about it staying together, you can use Fast Fuse. I'm just going to use my SNAIL adhesive, and I'm going to flip it upside down here, and I'm going to put the adhesive right here on this little flap that we cut the both ends. All right, and I'm just going to fold this over like this, and it'll just come together flat like that. And I'm going to push it together. Okay, now you see, now I can kind of fold my sides in and just kind of push them down a little bit, kind of get my triangles going. Sort of help them out to get started there. Okay, now to do my bottom, what I do is I just put a little bit of adhesive right here on one of these big flaps, just one little strip right there along the bottom. Okay, then I'm going to push my 2 small pieces in. The one with adhesive, put that down, and now I'm just going to put this one over the top, line it up. There we go. Oops. Here we go. and I like to stick my hand in just to make sure it's nice, and there we go. Okay, so here's our bag. And again, like I said, it should gusset together like this. That's why we did the triangles. Perfect. Now, right here, I have a piece of ribbon, and I think, let's see, what did I do with my... Okay, well, I have a piece of ribbon here, and I'll have it written here at the bottom of the screen what the ribbon is. But you just take your ribbon and see how the holes match up perfectly, and you feed it through. Whatever this ribbon is called, I can tell you it is on the discontinued list, so it's only available right now on my shopping page while supplies last, or until May 31st, 2017. All right, so you pull your ribbon through, and then you tie your bow. Now this piece of ribbon is extra long. I've been having some trouble with bows lately, so I'm giving myself a lot of extra ribbon when it comes to making the videos. Okay, so get my bow how I like it. Then I will take my paper snips and cut the ends the length I want. All right, and now here is my bag. So this is the small bag. All right, now let me show you the other bags. This is the medium bag, so you can see it's a little bit wider base than the small bag. You see it's a bit wider. I would say about a ½ inch wider. And then this is the large. So this one is going to be about ½ inch bigger than the medium, and it's going to be about a whole inch wider, but the width, I guess this way is the same. It's just going to be the difference this way. And again, like I said, you can make them as tall or as small as you like. So again, the gift bag punch board will make a small bag, medium bag, or a large bag. And this is really fun if you start using designer series paper and something with the design on it. Now, once you have these bags done, of course, you could just use them like this and keep them plain like this, but there's lots of possibilities when it comes to creating an embellishment for the front or stamping a sentiment to go on the front or whatever. So this totally opens up your gift packaging possibilities, and it's just something fun to have. So for a $20 investment, it's really neat to be able to make your own bags. So I hope this video tutorial helped you learn how to use your gift bag punch board. Thanks, guys. Bye.